hopefully this is a lot easier going in than the other one was coming out. Just saying. So let's get this out of this box here. Oh yeah, I forgot how they do that. You gotta love XFX. I love that. Just pops right out, right? Ooh, it's sealed, super sealed even. Look at that. I've never seen that. Well, maybe it's just me. Well, instead of wasting my time trying to fight underneath there to put two 8-pins in, I've already put them in, and I'm about to pull this bad boy right there. It's kind of dangling. Let me get a light here that we can all see. Oh, sorry, you're going to have to suck it up, buttercups. If you don't like the way that the camera's moving, ocean motion, so I got this one dangling there. And we're going to take care of that and put this bad boy in. Love it. As you can see, I got it set in there. Now we got to see if this one's this board, which these ASRock boards, the H510 Pro BT Pluses, are a real pain in the ass when they boot up sometimes. You got to understand that they don't often cooperate real well. But we'll see what happens. If I get a stupid beep, then we'll know. Or, wait a minute, I turned off the power supply before. Now let's see what happens. That's a good sign so far. So far, so good. I warned you. You gotta play a game with these. It's really sad. And that beep usually means that something's not seated right, which is incorrect. It does it all the time, and you'll fight and fight and fight. And every one of these cards is in here just fine. Everything's plugged in okay. As you see my hands going through it, right? This is not uncommon. So I get to play this game, and I really don't like it. This is part of the problem. And I do mean part of the problem. And I really don't like it, but there's nothing, and I mean nothing, you can do about it. Literally. If I get no beep this time, that would be great. Just saying. And I don't think that's going to matter. And I hit the button again. This is the game I get to play. It would do it with Windows, it would do it with anything. So, what can go wrong will go wrong. It's Murphy's Law. No. See? And if I stick my finger back in here, hit the reset button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will still end up having problems. So I'm going to play this game here. I heard the beep, 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 beep before it even went. And I got to make sure the hard drive, which is an external hard drive, is plugged in okay. It's a USB hard drive, so SSD. Yep. We will have this infernal trap do this over and over and over. Miners, these boards are nice, they're riserless, but they suck because of this reason. Well, after about 15 tries, this bad boy has finally got to the blue screen to where it's going to count down for Hive, but I can just hit a spacebar, or enter, rather, and we can go right into Hive, as it will boot right up, as you can see. So, this is why I don't like the ASRock H510 Pro BTC Plus boards. That's a con. The Pro is they're riserless, which is kind of hard to beat. Anyway, we're going to get into Hive now, and it's going to find this new card, and we're going to see what it needs to do or what it's going to do and go from there. Well, miners, friends, community members, as you can see, it found the second 6700 XT. This is not, and I repeat, not the not the overclocks that I want. Although I do like the 47 watts on here in the silicone lottery. That is awesome, and I think that's great. that these are doing this. All the other fans for some reason are at 49%, but as you can see, it's mining over at Unminable, and we're cruising right along, singing our little song. It should pop up in here. Unminable's a little slow, but it looks like it's moving it. Yeah, just under 3,000 gigahash. Yeah, so it's not a bad thing, but I have to hit stop the miner now, obviously, because it was doing really well. But there are a couple of things that need to be done here real quick, and one of them is going to be right here. And we're going to run that command real quick if we can. And I'm going to go from there, let it do its little upgrade. And after that, we're going to do our upgrade. Hopefully it doesn't give me more trouble on the reboot. So we shall see. But that is really good for the 6700 XT. And same cards and Samsung memory. Every one is a Samsung memory in here, except for this last 580, of course, which is that Sapphire Nitro 580. They're in... Oh, that failed. Go figure, right? Anyway, so let me do this real quick since it's going to be special to me and play stupid little games. And we'll see what happens. See if we get anywhere with it. See what goes on. See? Terminating. It did what it's supposed to do. So we'll see if it's going to do anything else here in 2 seconds. And see where we're at and if we get a good reboot on this or not. Leave this page. I don't need it right now. So I'll be right back. Well, and that upgrade, as you can see, we're back to hashing in now. The only thing I have to adjust at this point is 6700 XT. Because as you can see, I'm getting almost a whole gigahash from this one, and I'm getting half of that from the other one. That's why, we're way down here, and, that's great and all, but let's get in here, and we'll fix this real quick, because this last one should be at 0 now, okay? And this should be at 1800, okay? And that memory clock on that last one shouldn't be 300 anymore. It's going to be 1,000. Just saying. There we go. Everything else is zeros except for that, which is 1,000. Okay. So let's save this, and it'll send it over there. I'll have to stop the miner, obviously, because it is mining. I'm getting a really good wattage consumption from this. I can't complain whatsoever. And so we'll stop the miner. Once it finally stops, AMD settings applied, miner stopped. We'll start the miner again, and let's get it going. Let's see what we can do here. Right there. We'll get in here as usual, like everybody else does. And then we can see that. So what I want to do, normally what I would do is I would totally upgrade this particular machine, but we're just going to go straight to miner. Okay, let's see what we're getting here. So it's mining. It's doing exactly what I need to do. We're getting exactly almost the same thing. Silicon Lottery is not affecting this whatsoever. On the fans, keeping this nice and cool. I do have the window open. This one here, I wish I could dial it down some more, but for some reason that 580 is doing 100 and some watts. It's not exactly keen, and I do believe that's either a new card or a used card. I don't remember anymore, but it's Hynix memory, so that pretty much explains that. If I could find another 580 at Samsung memory, I would look way better than this. What I'm thinking about doing, though, in all honesty, is just going and grabbing 2 more of the 6700 XTs if I can, and just filling out the board, leaving all Samsung memory across the board. So that's pretty much where we're at the moment. As you can see, she's cruising right along. What I did though, and some of you are going to wonder, well, how did you set up Unmineable? Well, I watched a video a while back. Oh, I'd say well over a year ago from Brandon Coin and how to do this. But recently, Chump Change XD, everybody's favorite crypto miner, there we are. It's showing up in the pool. Was so cool and awesome to remind a lot of us what we've forgotten, because we all suffer from CRS. Can't remember shit. So that's that. I mean, here we go. 37. That's just with the window open. I've got no fan on this, nothing. So I'm going to leave this one run overnight tonight. That's where I'm at. Look at that. My gosh. This is great. I don't have all the colors of the rainbow though. But with the flight sheet, this was really simple to do. As I'm going to hit edit and show you what I'm talking about here. So what he did in his videos is he picked Ethereum for the coin, okay? And you had to add a wallet. So when you added the wallet, and I'll show you the wallet in a minute, right? I put Unmineable Alpha, configure and pool, right? So I went over here, set up the miner, and you can use 3333 or port 80 or whatever you want to do with this. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. Here's the stratum right there. Port 3333. Password's always X. Now, I could have put the extra arguments in here for all the cards, but I didn't. With the wallets now, when I go down here, Unmineable Alpha, right? This is what we were talking about here. I even put bonk in here once before, just for giggles, but I'm not going to use ETC. It costs too much. So it's Alpha, and then your address, dot, your worker name, and hashtag. You can put CCXD if you want. You can put RPM in here if you want. I don't have a code as of yet, so I'm using this here. It gives me it automatically, so that's pretty much that. And that's where it goes. That's pretty much how this works out. So if I go back to my workers, of course the first one is off at the moment. I'll run that tomorrow, and we are getting nice cool temps on this. That first one, of course, is the one closest to the power supply at 1600 watt EVGA power supply. So that's that. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. This is a pretty basic video, not a whole lot to it. I could probably try and dial the watts down a little bit more on this, but I'm happy with where these OCs are at right now. I'm not going to put anything in my VDD, none of that, just the memory clocks, and I'm good. And I've got my fans all set up. They're rocking, as I showed you guys before. I didn't power limit the cards. I didn't need to power limit the cards. And the fan settings, obviously, are right here, real simple. Bam, right? So, thanks for stopping by. Like I said, take care of yourselves and see you all soon.